to understand redlining and systemic racism and zoning code and income options and banking and law just to be able to figure out, am I able to buy a house? And if you are somebody in constant crisis and you have no access to that, or a person who knows somebody, all you know is that you can open up Zillow.com and try and find rent that's in your budget, and you might not know that 30% of your budget is really what you should be trying to do for your housing costs. So getting that message out that you have more options than you think you do also leads to more creative problem solving with things like this new fundraising advantage that Oaxaca's taking on. The land trust was mentioned. There are case studies upon case studies about different ways to build something creative like that to create more access to folks. But if we don't talk about it as a group, if that's not coming up at your happy hour or at your Friendsgiving, we're not able to get that out to all of our friends and neighbors to tell them that that's something they can do when they're looking for a way to solve that problem. When we're looking at what the barriers are, we've been trying to turn them into opportunities. There's a lot of big opportunities with the growth the region's experiencing right now. City of Delaware invited us in to put together what's called a focus area plan. So when we're talking about all of these zoning programs that if you're not in the planning industry, you might not think too much about, except when you're at the ballot box, if you make it to the ballot box. There are other components of a zoning plan called a focus area, especially in an area that's experiencing growth. So when we're talking annexation between smaller municipalities to larger municipalities, there are other ways to avoid that and to allow our neighbors in smaller townships to maintain that same type of lifestyle that attracted the residents in the first place, and also acknowledge that growth is coming whether we like it or not, and there's going to be developers and there's going to be deals people can't refuse to sell their land. So how are we doing that in a way that's going to benefit us all and avoid adding to that $500,000 stock of luxury homes? What are we doing to make sure that we are returning to diverse neighborhoods where your income levels change based on where you're at, instead of everyone on your block has the same income level and you're not engaging with any neighbor that isn't exactly like you, right? There's a lot of value in spending time with people who are not like you. And transit plays another big role in that. So when we're bringing everyone in, I know in Columbus, Zone In and the new improvements with CODA are just this beautiful married couple. We're trying to do similar things in Delaware County with Delaware County Transit, where microtransit, Uber style, order it with an app, $2 anywhere in the city, is available to us. And now that is also expanded to Berkshire and Sunbury. So if you're over by the Tanger Outlet Malls, where we're also getting one of that part of the county's first affordable housing developments, that really speaks to building community in addition to making housing options available. So that piece that you've got more options than you think you do, and if we talk about these things, new ideas come up all the time. I left, I'm going to give Oaxaca another plug, I left their duplex documentary event, and they're having another opportunity to do that, and with ice cream this time on July 17th. Highly encourage you to attend that if you haven't seen the film already. But focusing in on the duplex and all of the different types of former foster youth and folks in recovery and neighbors and intergenerational living that's available, and we do that with the suburban experiment. We've lost a lot of opportunity to build community with each other and to have those networks of problem solving available to us.